exciting stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Go now. 8, read. Pilot, 64, wait. Check. Rock it. Ready.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 61, matchbox lights. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Slam. Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Check. Bravo. Check. Go.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
2nd
and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time, spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, high 7.
From the 16, block. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first.
It's 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A give, Eckler running to the right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Leo.
He Gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Adams. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
He's coming.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. And got his tight end, Duarte. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
52. Where's 52? Watch 52.
2nd and 13. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
But remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 4.
Hey, exit. Topper. You're out. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this is taken in at the 5. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Set 18 Gator.
Hey, man.
80 weapons.
Now Locke for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Going on the ground with Eckler. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is third and goal. On third down, here's Eckler. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on fourth and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tavecchio puts this one through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick 6. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
First down, New York.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Running on first down, Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Second and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. I got you.
Christian, five.
Lock to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Big stop, let's go.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Fielded about a yard deep.
That's it, baby. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Throwing on 1st down is Lock. And he's got his man on the out route. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 25.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Go. Speed grip.
Lock now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Block will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Hey, Alpha.
Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
They'll run here with Eckler. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll run it with Bell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Got it.
44, Mike, 44. Watch the car.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
No! Hey, Charlie!
Locked to throw for it on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Zipper.
Check 52's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check.
Ready.
Here's Jones. A beautiful fake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a second and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A fourth and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Locke to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
61, matchbox, lights.
Check. Kill. Jim.
Hey, high 7.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 52. Coming in.
2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Where's 52?
They'll look to throw here. He wants it all for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, New York.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back. Check.
Here is Heckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And come on out here. Come get some. Come down.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Let's go. 90.
Watch the slap.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. To throw is Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.